Low energy, weaker muscles, trouble in the bedroom? These aren't just signs of aging, they're warning signs your testosterone is dropping. And the real cause? It might be what's on your plate. Certain vegetables, ones you probably eat often, can quietly kill your testosterone after 60. But here's the good news. Hello, I'm Dr. Kara, with over 30 years of experience in the field of geriatrics and preventative medicine for the health of the elderly. Today, I'll reveal 3 vegetables to avoid and what to eat instead, so you can boost performance, reclaim energy, and feel like yourself again. And at the end, I'll share a bonus tip most men miss, a simple fix that can make all the difference. Let's get into it.
Hello again. Let me ask you something personal. Have you been feeling more tired lately? Maybe your strength isn't what it used to be. Or perhaps you're not sleeping well and your mood just feels a little off. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it might not just be age, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone is a natural hormone your body makes, and yes, it's important for sexual health. But it does so much more than that. After 60, testosterone helps you maintain your muscle so you can stay active and independent, protect your bones from becoming weak or brittle, keep your energy up so you feel awake, not worn out, and even regulate your mood, memory, and motivation. But here's what I want you to know. After age 30, your testosterone naturally drops about 1% each year. That's normal. But poor nutrition, chronic stress, and lack of movement can speed it up fast. And when testosterone gets too low, you may notice constant fatigue, even after a full night's sleep, brain fog, difficulty concentrating or finding your words, erectile dysfunction or low libido, feeling down or unmotivated, even signs of mild depression. But here's the good news. Some of this, it's reversible. Your body still wants to work for you, it just needs the right support. And often that support starts with something as simple as the foods you eat. So stay with me. In just a moment, I'll show you what to avoid and what to eat more of to help your hormones, your energy, and your quality of life. And if you find this helpful, please like this video and share it with someone you care about. It might just help them feel like themselves again.
I'm so glad you're here with me today. You know, most of the time when I talk to my patients about eating healthier, they nod and say, "I've started adding more vegetables, doctor." And that's wonderful. Vegetables are one of nature's greatest gifts. But here's something many people, even very health-conscious seniors, don't realize. Some vegetables, when eaten raw and too often, can actually make you feel worse. Let me explain. If you're over 60, you may already be dealing with lower energy, slower metabolism, or even trouble with memory or mood. And while it's easy to blame it on age, sometimes the culprit is hiding in plain sight on your plate. Take cruciferous vegetables, for example. Things like raw broccoli, kale, cauliflower, or cabbage. Now, don't get me wrong, these can absolutely be healthy. But in their raw form and in large amounts, they can pose some hidden problems, especially for your thyroid and testosterone. These vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens. Now, that's a fancy word, but here's what it means. Goitrogens can interfere with how your thyroid functions. They make it harder for your body to absorb iodine, which is critical for hormone production and balance, including testosterone. And when your thyroid slows down, everything slows down. Your energy, your metabolism, your mental clarity, and yes, even your testosterone levels, which are vital for strength, vitality, and mood in both men and women. So if you've been eating raw broccoli in your salads every day or drinking raw kale smoothies because you heard they're superfoods, it might be time to pause and ask, is this actually helping me or holding me back? But don't worry, I'm not saying you have to cut them out completely. Here's the simple fix. Just cook them. Lightly steam or saute cruciferous vegetables. This helps break down the goitrogens so your body can enjoy the nutrients without the hormonal interference. It's a small shift, but for many of my patients, it's made a noticeable difference. Better energy, less brain fog, and even improvements in sleep and motivation. So the next time you're planning your meals, think about how your vegetables are prepared. It could be the difference between feeling blah and feeling yourself again.
Let's talk for a moment about something you might not expect to hear from your doctor: soybeans. Now, I know for years, soy products like edamame and soybean sprouts have been marketed as healthy, plant-based, and heart-friendly. And yes, for many people, they can be part of a balanced diet. But here's where I want you to lean in, because if you're a man over 60 and you've been eating these regularly, they might be quietly working against you. You see, soybeans contain something called phytoestrogens. These are plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. That means even though you're not taking in actual hormones, your body might be receiving mixed signals, especially when it comes to testosterone. And testosterone, as we've discussed, is vital for keeping your strength and muscle, supporting energy and drive, regulating mood and motivation, and yes, maintaining sexual health and performance. When older men consume soy-rich foods too often, it can disrupt the delicate balance between testosterone and estrogen. Over time, this may lead to lower free testosterone levels, increased belly fat or soft tissue gain, mood swings, irritability, or even low motivation. And this isn't just theory. A major study out of Harvard found that high soy consumption was linked to lower sperm counts and testosterone in men, even younger ones. So imagine what that means for men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, whose natural testosterone is already declining year by year. Now, I'm not saying a little soy here and there will hurt you, but I do want you to be mindful. If you're snacking on edamame daily, using soy protein shakes, or eating lots of soy-based stir-fries, it may be time to rethink. My tip is avoid overusing soy snacks or soy-heavy meals. Instead, choose hormone-friendly proteins like eggs, salmon, pumpkin seeds, or even lentils and chickpeas, which don't carry the same hormonal effects. Your health matters, and the small choices you make, even something as simple as swapping a snack, can have a powerful effect on how you feel day to day.
Hello again, I'm Dr. Kara. Let me ask you something. Have you ever opened up a can of tomatoes to make a quick soup or pasta sauce? Most of us have. It's fast, convenient, and for years we've been told tomatoes are good for the heart and full of antioxidants like lycopene. And that's true, in their natural form. But today, I want to share something that may surprise you, especially if you're a man over 60 and trying to hold on to your strength, energy, and hormonal health. Here's what many people don't realize. Canned or heavily processed tomatoes can quietly interfere with testosterone production. Let me explain why. First, canned tomatoes often come in containers lined with a chemical called BPA, bisphenol A. It's used to keep the food from reacting with the metal. But BPA can leach into the food, especially something acidic like tomatoes. And here's the problem. BPA is an endocrine disruptor. That means it can interfere with hormone receptors, including the ones your body uses to regulate testosterone. Second, tomatoes, especially when processed, are high in lectins. These are plant compounds that can irritate the gut and trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals. And as you may know, chronic inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of healthy testosterone levels. So when you combine lectin irritation with BPA exposure, you get a recipe that may leave you feeling more tired, more sluggish, and less like your vibrant, energetic self. This doesn't mean tomatoes are bad. In fact, fresh, organic tomatoes can be incredibly healthy. But how you prepare and source them matters. My simple tip: If you love tomatoes, that's great. Just choose fresh whenever possible, or if you must use canned, look for brands labeled BPA-free and ideally low in added salt or preservatives. Even this small change can support better hormone balance, reduced inflammation, and stronger energy day to day. You deserve to feel sharp, strong, and supported in every season of life. And sometimes it starts with small, simple decisions, like what kind of tomato ends up in your sauce. If this video helped you, please tap the like button and share it with someone you love, because when we help each other make better choices, we all grow stronger together.
By now, we've talked about a few foods that might be working against your hormones without you even knowing it. But I don't want you to just walk away with a list of things to avoid. I want you to walk away with hope and a plate full of better options. Because here's the truth. There are simple, delicious foods that can nourish your hormones, protect your energy, and help you feel like yourself again. Let's talk about them. Testosterone-friendly vegetables. These are vegetables I love recommending to my patients because they do more than fill your plate. They support your circulation, stress levels, and your body's natural testosterone production. Spinach. This leafy green is packed with magnesium, a mineral that helps boost free testosterone, the form your body actually uses. It's also gentle on digestion and easy to add to soups, eggs, or sautés. Asparagus. Often overlooked, asparagus supports healthy blood flow, and that's essential for libido, heart health, and energy. Try it lightly roasted with olive oil for a delicious side. Red bell peppers. Bright, crisp, and loaded with vitamin C, these help lower cortisol, your stress hormone. And when cortisol drops, testosterone has more room to thrive. Beets. These rich red vegetables help increase nitric oxide, which improves circulation, from your brain to your toes, and everywhere in between. Bonus foods to combine. Now, let's give your vegetables some friends on the plate because combining the right foods makes a difference. Eggs. Don't fear the yolk. It's full of cholesterol, which your body actually needs to create hormones like testosterone. One egg a day can be a great part of your routine. Olive oil. This heart-healthy fat is rich in monounsaturated oils that support hormone balance. Drizzle it on your salad or use it to cook your vegetables. Pumpkin seeds. Just a small handful gives you a powerful dose of zinc, a key mineral for testosterone production. They're a great snack or salad topping. Eating well doesn't have to be complicated. These aren't superfoods from some faraway land. They're real foods you can find at your local market. And when you give your body the right building blocks, it has an amazing ability to repair, restore, and thrive even after 60.
My friend, if you are a man over 60 and you care about your energy, your strength, and your ability to live each day with clarity and purpose, then I want to leave you with one simple message. It's time to rethink your vegetables. I know that sounds odd. We're told our whole lives that vegetables are good for us, and many are. But some, when eaten the wrong way or too often, can quietly sabotage your testosterone and leave you feeling drained, foggy, and not quite like yourself. Here's the truth. You don't need expensive treatments, and you don't need a medicine cabinet full of pills. With just a few smart food choices, you can support your hormones naturally, gently, safely, and effectively. So let's go over your 3-step action plan together. Cut back on raw cruciferous vegetables. That means things like raw broccoli, kale, and cabbage. Instead, steam or sauté them. Cooking helps reduce the compounds that interfere with your thyroid and your testosterone. Avoid soy-based vegetables like edamame or soybean sprouts. They contain plant estrogens that may lower testosterone in older men. Choose other plant proteins that don't interfere with your hormones. Ditch canned tomatoes whenever possible. The BPA in the lining and the lectins in processed tomatoes can trigger inflammation and disrupt hormone balance,
Fresh or BPA-free is the way to go. You've worked hard for decades for your family, your community, and for your future. Now it's time to invest in yourself, to feel strong, sharp, and truly alive again. And sometimes that journey starts not with a prescription, but with what's on your plate. If today's message spoke to you, please tap the like button, subscribe, and share this video with another man over 60 who deserves to feel better than ever. Because when we take care of each other, we all move forward, together.